Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Frostpunk 2, where we are in a bit of a difficult position. In our rush to get Winterhome up and running, we've let things get away from us quite significantly, and it's now to the point where we need to rebuild Winterhome, but we've got significant issues with cold, with disease, and there's a lot of tension happening as well. We need to restore some overall trust before we are sent out to pasture, or in this case sent out to the snow. So there's a lot we need to get done today. A lot we need to get done. First of all, I'm just going to start some frost breaking of some areas. Probably not there, however. Because there's a lot we need to do, to be honest. Frost breaking. So we'll do a frost breaking place over there. That's not quite what I meant to do. Cancel that. So let's try that again, shall we? We need to find somewhere where it's going to be fairly good for them to live. So we'll start setting up some areas around here. Maybe not right by the material extraction, but we do want to have some frost breaking for sure. Just keep an eye on that fume filtration. That is going to go down. We also need to do a little bit of balancing of resources. Not so much people, although we do need a bunch more people here in Winterhome. We need 9,000. At the time being, we probably have other priorities. Material cost, we've got quite a bit that needs to be sent to Winterhome, but Winterhome can only take so much stuff at the moment. So we can have a few materials, sort the material problem. I can have the food as well. Okay. If we go into the Frostland, if we connect this trails, we could send these over to Winterhome, which would solve that problem. Which is essentially the hope. I just need to see if I can get actually connected into the system. I mean, let's try over here, see if this connects in. We will salvage the prefabs from there. And we'll build some constructions from here onwards. We've got to find a way around though. We're going to need a few more heat stamps, but that will come in time. That's okay, but if we can sort out this material problem, that would also be helpful. But I want to go back to New London, I would imagine. It's not that cold at the moment, which is good. We do need to sort out these heating issues, but more importantly, we need to sort out our popularity and the tension here in New London, because the tension is bad. We need to put an actuated heat dispatcher. I think that's a food one, and then we need to research silica foundries. That we can do. I'm trying to just give promises to whoever I can, really, just to buy myself favours. Frostlanders have already got a promise, I believe. We can give a promise to the Pilgrims. What do you want? Conservative treatment, build an untreated sawmill. We may as well research an unfiltered geothermal plant in case we need the steam output. Although that does leave us a few things to research, with not a huge amount of time left. We also need to build this actuated heat dispatcher. I think it has to be a food one, but actually food ones are useful because we can just put them somewhere we don't need them. So we'll get the actuated heat dispatcher done. I think that's for the New Londoners. Yes, it is. I don't know why we've lost so... We used to be really friendly with the Frostlanders. Greatly decreased by demolition of promised buildings. So if we can get this building back up, that should hopefully be okay. We should hopefully restore trust with the Frostlanders. I would hope, because we don't want all these guys as hostile for sure. Right, back out. There's so many things we can do now. It's just about a question of we could take this by force. I don't know if we need to at the moment. I may well connect these skyways in to get the additional coal. Coal is always nice. That being said, it's a pretty arduous way to go to get back to base. It's all very expensive. Yeah, we need more heat stamps really at the moment anyway. Let's launch into these mountains here so we clear out this space. I think that would be wise. There's a bunch of these materials around. We're just got to get them connected in. Show construction. We don't have the exploration teams at the moment. Fine, we'll come back for that later on. Isolation prison building proposed by the New Londoners. Okay, we've kept our promise to New Londoners. That brings them back on side a little bit. What promise can I give you guys? Blast foundry, pressurized coal liquidator, waste incineration facility. I'll build one of those. I just don't want to do more researchy stuff at the moment. Who needs this more at the moment? We need to research silica foundries for the Frostlanders. This one here requires 100 heat stamps. That will come in. That's fine. We've got goods coming in as well. That'll be exceptionally useful. We do, of course, need to keep the house. We need to fix the housing as well. There's so many other things to do. Logistics district damage from squalor. It's the first time I've seen that actually. Right, repair that for some prefabs. We've got plenty of prefabs. Prefabs I'm less worried about. It's kind of everything else actually that's the problem. Some people freezing to death in winter home ruins. That's not what we wanted to see. Let's get silica foundries up and running. Both Frostlanders and Pilgrims would agree with that. And they're not going to be happy by the deaths, are they? Significantly decreased by the opposition to city forever in progress. Should. Right, we need to build a waste incineration facility. All of which require heat stamps that we don't have. I mean, we're getting 41 a week. It's definitely more than we had a long time ago, but still. Right, let's get these materials brought into the system if we can. Although it's annoying having to go around. There must be a better way around to get there. It seems not. Fine. We need to wait for a few more prefabs. Sorry, heat stamps I should say. I was thinking these extra materials in will help us out in the long run. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go here. And this might also free up space for the materials can go to Winterhome, and then we can do some trading here in Winterhome for some other stuff perhaps. Disease looks like it's going down, which is good. We do need to build some patrol watch towers and also some housing. That's probably of importance. There's 6 cores there, that could be pretty useful. Let's get some housing districts down here in Winterhome. I think it's going to be needed. Of course, we'll need to expand these, but that's fine. And just having some extra housing really will be useful here. Right, speed up time. We haven't had any major catastrophes recently. 40 goods. How are we doing on goods, by the way? Because goods would be useful for us to ensure we have no problems with happiness. We're fine on goods. I'm not sure that's as much of a priority at the moment. Steward Little have negative relations with all communities and factions. What is going on? Pilgrims, why? By their opposition to the city favouring progress. A lot of this is coming from deaths, isn't it? I'm going to promote you guys, because relations will improve. I'm not going to raise funds, even though the heat stamps will be useful. This is a problem. Okay, delegate session. Goods command and demand per capita slightly decrease. We'll let that go to vote. I think that will probably pass. Yes, it does. To be honest, the laws are taking a bit of a backseat at the moment. We just need to keep our happiness alive. Because both the New Londoners... Oh, yeah, there's notable tension. This is problematic. The Pilgrims are the only people I have on side at the moment. I can't afford to... I can't afford to anger them by asking for some stuff. Steward, guards have apprehended a member of the Storts in the council hall. Caught him loitering with no good reason to be there, said one of the guards. We found a notebook full of timetables of the Pilgrims' delegates' comings and goings. He refuses to explain the purposes of these notes. On the last page we found the following scribble. The dreams of warmth we lost in Winterhome must be avenged. We can't. No, we're gonna have to condemn these guys. Relations with them worsened. They're already terribly worsened. They're already in a really terrible state. Right. We are still getting some people cured in hospitals. We might need to get some more hospitals up and running because these deaths are causing... Yeah, you know, we keep on getting more deaths in the old Dreadnought. And it's only going to make people angrier. Can't believe these guys are actively hostile to us. A few more heat stamps, let's speed up time, there we go. More people are freezing to death. So we probably need to work on housing then. Do we need to work on waste incineration necessarily here? Well, that requires a core. That's not great, is it? But it's going to have to do. I wonder where it goes though. It goes industrial districts, fine. That's extraction. These guys are the industrial districts, aren't they? So we're going to have to expand these guys. There we go. We'll get this expanded. Tension is getting... Yeah, trust is not great at the moment, it must be said. Give me that waste incineration facility, thank you. We just cannot keep happiness, can we? Frostlanders like us a little bit more, good. We need to research unfiltered geothermal plants, that we can do. This one here. Should hopefully bring the Frostlanders back on side as well. Okay, New London's demands are met. Excellent. This needs to be repaired due to squalor. Actually full on oil at the moment, which is quite a rarity, so I might actually go to our generator, see if I can put oil as our majority intake. See if that yeah, that changes things. And then go. I could pop into overdrive for a little while. But our coal's still going down, which isn't inherently very useful. But it will last for a decent amount of time, so we'll let the oil run for a little while. These materials here are not going to New London, they are going to go to Winterhome. There we go. That should solve the Winterhome material problem. Wonderful. And we're going to want to think about another district here. If we get the housing done here, then we can focus on the housing at London, New London, I should say, next. So we'll do that. If we can get, yeah, if we can get this sorted, that would be useful. We need to send some more fuel over here to New London. Sorry, to the Winterhome ruins. We can do that. No, we can't. Oh, we can actually. Let's knock off some of this materials and give them some oil. Can't give them any coal because we're running low. They don't need this many goods. Alright, they just need enough goods to keep going. Because we want these guys to have enough. We want these guys to have enough heat to manage, really. So we'll go like this. There we go. That just about works. So now there shouldn't be any cold. It's severe, but it's diminishing. And we are building some new houses. Cancel recess, new laws available. Can I give this to one of the factions? Frostlanders. Can I not give you a agenda? I can't give an agenda to any of these people. I'll give an agenda to these guys, the pilgrims, so I'll let them do that. Conservative treatment, so disease is decreased. I can't negotiate it now. I've got so many promises to make anyway. But I hope that passes because getting the additional. Oh, it just passes. Getting the additional disease decrease feels like a useful idea. I think the research goes down, but so be it. That's not the Frostlanders down. That's not good. I will research. Recast Composites Factory. Fine. City trust value is only going down and down. A lot of this is due to emergency shifts. And some of these no longer have any... Okay, let's do a bit of clearing house. That being said, that East Dispatcher feels like it's important. I don't know. I can't remember if these feel like important things. So for now we'll leave them on. Food is actually going down. That's interesting. We do have this food here, however, we can harvest. It's already. I think it's already underway. We'll harvest this as well. The more harvesting we get done, the better. I'm still not sure about that food over there, though. More people are dying, which is not good. Now, these buildings, these hospitals, remind me. Are they in housing? They are. which would actually help us. These hospitals. So probably what we want to be doing now is building a bunch of these housing districts. We've got the space over here. Of course they will need to be expanded. So we'll build these up as best we can. Possibly even do some frost breaking over here. This will be our major kind of housing area, let's say, in an effort to also cure people. So we'll get those going along, and if nothing else that will solve our shelter issue, which hopefully means less people will die, which means they won't hate us as much. Frostlanders, why? Oh, it's because we favour progress, I see. That's not helpful, is it? Who's on overtime shifts? I'm going to turn off some of these emergency shifts. Does mean we're pretty low on Frostland teams for now. But they will come back. Trust value is only going down. I've only got 27 weeks left to make this happen. Oh boy, this could be tough. Fun projects. If I get them to raise funds, relations don't fall by that much, I think. And I can fund projects for the New Londoners. Oh, it's a lot. We need to do a lot of funding. Goodness me. If only I could give prefabs to people. If I could give prefabs to people, there wouldn't be this issue. But yeah, we need to build some patrol towers and watch some patrol. Can't speak today. Some patrol watchtowers in Winterheim, which is still not keeping up. Well, the housing might get there soon, which is good, and that might keep peace here in Winterheim. Requires some more heat stamps. Oh, but these need to be expanded, don't they? Because this is housing. Fine, let's do that where we can. Can this guy be expanded anywhere? Yes, but it needs to be frost broken out first. Why didn't I plan this ahead of time? Right, get that done. If we get these 2 patrol watchtowers done, that would be good. Maybe keeping peace in Winterheim would be useful. We need to go back towards tradition, because we've gone too far into progress, and it means that actually the Frostlanders are actively going to be against us pretty much going forward. I don't really want to grant agenda to the stalwarts, to be honest. We'll have to see how that goes. Back over to Winterheim, I've got 23 weeks to increase trust. And my hope is by doing... yeah, greatly decreased by emergency shifts. Where are my other emergency shifts? Is it over in... must be over in the old... yeah, it's going to be over in the old Dreadnought. Right, emergency shifts. At least some of you have been turned off. We have plenty of oil for the time being. I actually think we're okay to turn things off for the time being. We're not tolerated. We're now only just despised. Do we have any other emergency shifts running somewhere? We have some. We have one somewhere. Question is where? Is it over here? This logistics district? It is. Right, that's been turned off for now. Oh, that brings us back to that we're getting somewhere. These geothermal plants may get the pilgrims like us. I don't know if the Frostlanders are a lost cause, actually. We might have to go with the New Londoners. Which is not really what I perhaps intended. But it may be the only way forward. We're back into Winterhome. How's this doing? Can we have the buildings in here now, the 2 watchtowers? And let's expand this district out. 1, 2, 3. And it's also near the generator, and that should actually fulfill all the housing at Winterhome for the time being. I'm not even trying to rebuild Winterhome at the moment, I'm just trying to survive kind of this crisis of confidence from the factions. Which is, you know, pretty problematic at the moment, it must be said. Right, let's get another patrol watchtower down. There we go. 1 patrol watchtower down. Pilgrims, we have our relations improved, excellent. We are still despised. Avalanche Ridge explored, but people would have died. Let's hope that was worth it. So salvage the wreck, 3 cores, absolutely, we'll do that. And some food. Yeah, we'll harvest that, why not? I don't see why we wouldn't do that. I might also connect this coal in. One way or another. Just because I think it'll be useful. We're not going to... Okay, we don't have the teams to do so at the moment, it seems. So I have to come back to that. But back into Winterhome. If we can build these watchtowers, this might, I don't know, be our saviour. We'll have to see. Let's see if this buys us time. So districts will no longer be damaged by saboteurs. If the measures put in place to counteract the sabotage are lifted, Winterhome will face destruction once again. No sabotaging. I was hoping for something a little better than that. But it's better than nothing. Right, we need to go for these factories, I believe. Composite factories, there we go. And it needs to be for the recast composite factory. So we can make oil into materials or vice versa. I'll tell you what though, we are pretty much making everything absent here at Winterhome. But still the major concern I have is about our political future. Like, these guys, the stalwarts, never going to be friends, so be it. But the Frostlanders, they were our buddies, they were the first people we really made friends with. And we've just lost their trust. I just don't understand why particularly. We're already doing something for the Frostlanders. New Londoners, anything here you want to do? I'm granted an agenda. Actually, the New Londoners are pretty small as a faction. What promise would you want? None of those, I don't think. You can have an agenda. Outpost, operation, extraction, strongholds. That's going to come down to the wire, actually. Production efficiency in outposts has increased, so be it. Let's see if this passes. I mean, either way, I've granted the vote to the New Londoners, so they should like us a bit more. Although it does keep us pushing on... It does keep us pushing on the wrong track with the Frostlanders, who are hostile with us. Frostlanders, I thought we were buddies. Over here, I need to expand a bunch of these districts because I want to give these guys hospitals. I think it's important, and I think we need to bring people back on side a little bit, and hopefully with hospitals we can do that. We only have 15 weeks left to restore trust. That could actually be a real problem. I'm trying to see if there's any other way we can... Is there any way we can save this? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, back to the tutorial. Trust. Yeah, when citizens fall sick or die, worsens relations with every community. So I can fund people. I don't need the programs to love us. I can't do that for another 37 weeks, goodness me. The pilgrims aren't a big enough faction, that's my only real concern. I think we're going to have to go all in on the New Londoners now instead of the Frostlanders, so I will build a... I'll reset... Oh, but that takes so long to actually do. I'll build a calibrated goods factory. How about that? Extraction... Industrial... What am I looking for? Calibrated goods. That requires a lot of cores and a lot of heat stamps that I do not have. We've kept cold, hunger and disease absent. But... that's not going to matter if we're despised. With only 13 weeks left, I think this might be a lost cause. We'll have to see. Housing. And more people live among us. That's really not what I needed right now. To be honest. I could have really done with actually less people being here. I'm going to grant the Pilgrims an agenda. Steward. I'm actually gonna... Do I promote these guys? Oh, that actually went... That was a bad decision. But I don't really want to condemn them either. Because that feels like an inherently useful thing to do. Or inherently terrible thing to do, I should say. It's getting warmer soon. It's only -50 now. Oh, the people's faith in you has been restored. The agreement is that you'll continue to hold your position as steward. We are saved by the sun. Oh my word. Increased by resolve protest. Frostlanders, we've got to come to some kind of we've got to come to some means of making each other. We need to get ourselves liking each other. More people are freezing to death. Oh my god! Look how many. That really knocked us down. Right, let's keep working on... It's because more people joined when I didn't want them to join. Can't do these dense housing blocks. Bugger and damnation. I want more ability to heal people. We're going to have to keep working on housing districts for sure. Purely just to keep trust going somehow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All that trust we had, we lost. Tension's absent. But we're having too many deaths. Yeah. The additional people coming in is a real problem. Okay, what's over here at Winterhome? I can't believe they put up watchtowers. I can't believe they attacked me. People back home won't stand for this. I know they won't. I'll die here, but it won't be for nothing. I'm proud I tried to run. I'd do it again if I could. Stay here and die for a cause I don't believe in. For a place I never wanted to go. Or try and make it back to the city. Being sent to Winterhome has radicalised some citizens. Is there a way for me to, like, turn off any... I mean, that wouldn't be a bad thing to connect in, really. The stockpiles, but I just want less... I want less people arriving. The more people I have, the worse it gets, really. I mean, I can send some over to Winterhome, because we do need to... get these guys up to 9,000. We've kept our word to the Frostlanders. That's barely meant anything. Promise. I will build... I'll build a silica foundry, how about that? I can do that, that's not too bad. I can go up there straight away, excellent. Because these guys are such a vast faction, I want to keep them on side somehow. I might also... let me go back over to... First of all, we've got an idea tree that we could do. Angry New Londoners grow more radical. Hostile relations with New Londoners will cause them to radicalise and join the stalwarts. Repair relations. How are we going to do this? Oh my god, they are not happy either. What's happened with you? I just... I'm guessing it's all these deaths, but... It's just all getting a little bit away from us, it must be said. Do you guys want anything? Oh, we need to build a calibrated goods factory. One which requires a lot of stuff. Fine, we'll come back to that. Housing. Let's put a teaching hospital down. We can go there. Hopefully the less people that are out sick, less deaths we will have. Currently the only people we have any sort of general relations with are the pilgrims. We're already building the silica foundry. Greed decreased by demolition of promised building, yeah. I didn't demolish an actuated heat dispatcher. I don't believe I destroyed an actuated heat dispatcher. Fine. We're gonna have to get that back up. I'm gonna if I promote these guys, that helps with our... Okay, we're tolerated. The pilgrims like us. No one else does, but the pilgrims like us. Got plenty of things to do here with the New Londoners. They're probably our main concern at the moment. Do you guys want some research or something? Research deep geothermal plants. Yeah, I'll research that. There's nothing else I'm researching at the moment. That's just a free way. I mean, it's going to cost some heat stamps for sure. 200 of the buggers. Goodness me. Well, that's a problem. Well, we'll get to that, but I think we've got more important things at the moment. We've got to get the saturated heat dispatcher back up and running. I genuinely don't remember getting rid of it, to be perfectly honest. If we do it for food... Seen a few more heat stamps. Treated heat dispatcher. So that one's turned off. This can be turned on. Does that work by having a... I don't think it works by already having one on, unfortunately. But if I expand it, like this, I might be able to get a second food district down with a heat dispatcher. I think that's going to have to do at the moment. Okay, pilgrims have got a vote. Except for all the outsiders, I actually don't really want this to pass, to be honest. I'd actually prefer this fails, because I don't need the additional people at the moment. Oh, it just passes, fine. So that gives us more population growth. At least we are tolerated by some people. The pilgrims like us. We actually want to keep promoting them as a faction. The more times we can promote them, the better. I don't particularly care if they get in further at this point. There are our only hope. Right. Let's go here. Actuated heat dispatcher. And then we also need to build a calibrated goods factory, but that requires a lot of stuff. But it might buy the New Londoners off. Should be pretty useful. We still don't have enough housing for people, but I've got other things to spend these stamps on at the moment. Okay, they're happy with us. I think we're going to have to abandon the Frostlanders to their fate and go with the New Londoners and the Pilgrims, who are not natural allies of each other. We do need to research geothermal plants, but we've got a bit longer to do that. I'd like to get this calibrated goods factory underway if I can. Okay, so volunteering scouts, that's nice of them. Let's pause. Let's get this calibrated goods factory down. Hopefully there's somewhere we can actually put it. Doesn't seem to be. We need some more industrial spots. That's extraction. I believe red is industrial. It's already got two buildings there, so there's that one. Do we not have any other industrial districts anywhere? We've got one here. So we can build it here actually, that might work. Oh, we don't have the workforce here. Right, that's going to have to change. I'll send a few people over from New London, not a huge amount, but some. Unless we can build it over at Winterhome, but something tells me I probably can't. I don't think I've got any industrial districts down here. I don't. So how long for the people to arrive into... How long for the people to arrive into the old dreadnoughts? 1 week, fine. They should be here now. They are. Bring me this calibrated goods factory. That will stay there. That will hopefully keep the New Londoners somewhat happy. I mean, they're not going to be too happy with us overall. And then we need to research deep geothermal plants, which is, I think, 200. So let's pause now, and let's get that geothermal plant underway. I really don't know if we're going to be able to bring the Frostlanders back around to our way of thinking. We have, however, got our trust back on side by turning off these overtime shifts and keeping the pilgrims happy. Trust with New Londoners rises. Not by a huge amount, but they are happy with the support for the city's direction towards progress. Yeah. I think probably the Frostlanders may be a lost cause. We'll keep trying, for sure. How long have we got left to stop this radicalisation? 18 weeks. I'm going to grant them an agenda and make them a promise. I want to do some researching, so I don't actually have to commit to building it. What do we want here? Prefabs factory. We like prefabs. So research that afterwards. And let's go to the council. They want machine-centric shifts. That will probably pass. We'll have to see. But I said if we can get the I think we're going to have to focus now on the new Londoners and the Pilgrims. I don't think the Frostlanders we can get now. And of course the Stalwarts are generally going to be hostile to us constantly. We do need to keep working on shelter, that's important. But I have now knocked down all the... I think now by having these additional medical facilities, this actually has worked in our favour. I just need to see if there's any of these small places that could do with additional space. It's probably not built incredibly efficiently, it must be said. But by expanding these, it gives me, first of all, more housing, but also more ability to put down either guard towers or put down hospitals, which is kind of what I'm doing. I'm basically just hospital bombing. Not bombing hospitals, but putting down lots of hospitals to ensure that people don't die, because I think the deaths really caused a lot of our issues with happiness. And once we've done that, we can hopefully focus on rebuilding Winterhome. I think that's going to have to be the plan. I don't know what comes after rebuilding Winterhome, but probably nothing good, it must be said. Right, let's see if this expanded. I think you can also be expanded, can't you? Yes, you can. Excellent. You're kind of going to have to be on the side of a hill. You're going to be nice and warm in there, for sure. New Londoners, anything else I can do for you? Oh, I'm going to promote both. I don't think I can actually... I can't promote these guys, can I? No. It's weird, because these two guys go together, and these two factions go together, but actually, the New Londoners and the Pilgrims are the people that are liking us at the moment. But we are back to tolerated, which is significantly better than what we were before. Oh, we did just take a bit of a hit there. What was that? Interesting. There's lots of things we can do. Let's get another... I don't know if there's anything we can do to actually, like, make people happier. Probably not. I'm not sure there's much room for amenities in this kind of game. $40 cores for a symbiotic regulator, goodness me. That's going to be a little while yet before we can manage that. I do want to probably start picking up some steam. Stop bringing more people to live among us. That's actually genuinely infuriating when that happens, because it means I've got to focus more on just giving these people something to live. I don't want to keep on... I don't want to put down any dense housing blocks, because that's not going to help anything. Right, let's go back out. Over to Winterhome, please. Here, I will build some more extraction districts, but also... Where's my nearest steam area? It's over here, isn't it? I think that might already be ready to go, to be honest. We need a few more workforce over here, so let's send some people over. Because we need to do so anyway. We need to keep... we need to keep working on some progress. Was it 9,000 we needed here? Can we get 9,000 there? Not quite, but we can relocate a few people. However, that doesn't mean we're going to have to up the infrastructure here in Winterhome. But it gets us closer to having the 9,000 people there. And hopefully, it means that New London will have less issues with its housing. And we have plenty of hospitals up and running now. I will build one dense housing district to see the last few people up and running. So double starting research speed. Oh, New Oxbridge, another achievement. Do like it when we get some achievements for sure. I just want to see how chaotic this is going to be in Winterhome. Not as bad as I thought. Honestly, not as bad as I thought. We'll come back to the laws in a second. I'm going to build an extraction district. We may just need to... I think we just need to Frostpunk around here. So we'll get that done. We probably need to get some more Frostpunk done in general, actually. We've met our demands to the Frostlanders, but I don't really think they're going to be friends anymore, to be honest. It doesn't seem that way anyway. But let's start getting ready to have more Frostlanders here in Winterhome. We're pretty close to rebuilding it, so next time we should be able to do that. Let's just have a quick look at the resource transfers. And see if we can send some food. We should have some food deposits that can go directly to Winterhome, and that should fix the food issue. It does, good. Has that now crippled New London, I wonder? No, that's keeping that fine. We haven't kept cold hunger and disease absent currently. But I believe a lot of that is because we haven't built a shelter here. We do also have a colder season coming soon. So we'll have to see how this goes. I'm going to build a bunch more housing districts. These don't necessarily need to be expanded as much, I would say. So we'll build these. How much do these actually give us? They give us some. So we're just going to keep on building these. But I do also want to get some steam extraction up and running. This needs a pretty decent amount of size, actually. We may as well get some steam up and running. I'm aware that it's getting colder again, and that's going to lower trust. Get yourself together, we must do it. We must. If a crop has disease, you burn the offending plants. If a scout has frostbite, you cut off the limb. And if a faction no longer serves the people, feeds them to Winterhome for a delusional cause, rips their future from their hands, what do we do? Exactly. We get rid of the people who destroyed our future. Oh boy. So relations in New London are strained. We didn't bring them into the fold, and they joined the Stalwarts. Chapter 5, A Dream of Utopia. Assassination in the council. Steward, one of the stalwarts, has stabbed a speaker of pilgrims to death. At the exact moment, bands of stalwarts stormed several districts in the city. New London is on the brink of chaos. The pilgrims are furious and terrified. These terrorists have no place in New London. They must leave or cease to be stalwarts. They get ready to fight back. Banishing the stalwarts would punish this crime and unify New London under the ideals of the pilgrims. You could try to stop the madness and seek reconciliation. You would, however, have to ensure concessions from both sides. This is not the only way, though. Many in the city could rally behind you. You could retake the captain's lost authority, separate the bickering factions, and enforce order. Civil war is upon us. The choice here determines how you will end it. So both bickering factions must be brought to heel, pass all rule provisions in the council, unify the city as its new captain, and contain the warring factions. That's not going to happen. We don't have the political kind of backing to make that happen, I don't think. Compromise, however difficult to achieve, is worth it if it saves lives. Decrease both factions further and reach positive relations with all communities to vote on peace accords. I think that's going to be a struggle as well. The Frostlanders hate us, and so will the New Londoners now. The stalwarts must find a new home. Convince them to abandon their identity and find a new home for those who refuse. I would love to seek reconciliation, but I think it's going to have to be the stalwarts find a new home. You've chosen to banish the violence inciting faction of the city. To succeed, you'll need to relocate all its members to a new colony. If you invest in its construction, they will leave amicably. If you do not, you'll have to rely on your guards to deport them. The choice is binding. If you confirm, you must succeed, or your rule will end. You should not encounter insurmountable obstacles on this path. Point of no return. The stalwarts are to be banished from New London. For this is not to be a death sentence by other means, they need a new home. An aborted generator sits at Windward Moor, containing resources needed for a colony. Even through the site's deposits are buried deep and its freezing winds severe. With some effort we can make it habitable, and the stalwarts may emigrate voluntarily. Otherwise, we'll need to force them out. We will restore order. So we've got assassins here. So rid the city of all stalwarts. Either emigrated, abandoned, caused, detained, or killed. Option: finish a new home and round up all stalwarts. Where is Windward Moor? Winter Palace. Fortitude Base. Languid Hero. Well, we're now in civil war. That's interesting. Things are actually going to be under attack. So I can condemn them. They will lose members and seats in the council, but their fervour's increased. So some have already left. Relations will worsen with them, but they're already worsened. I don't really see that as a major concern. Well, we will continue this next time, as I think we're probably on the brink of the final few parts here. Eliminate divisions, we need to get rid of the city at all stalwarts. This could be very interesting indeed. Thank you so much for watching. As the music goes very, very aggressive in the background. Thank you so much for watching and take care. More to come soon indeed. Bye bye.